screwed. No microphone for Randy, but Gale needs one because he's soft-spoken. Randy's got a big theater voice. He doesn't need one. Hi, boys. Welcome back. Have you had everybody on Earth take your picture?
Yeah.
Ask your questions. All right, so here we are again. This is your time to ask Gale and Randy some more questions. Who has a question for them? You're a shy group this time. Nobody wants to ask these. Oh, Kirsten.
Dinah's fried chicken on San Fernando and Los Feliz because it's fried chicken. I do like fried chicken. Excuse me? No sides? Collard greens?
Do you, Gale, do you like a lot of traditional Southern cooking, having grown up in the South?
I hate it. No, I love it.
Okay, some people love it, some people don't.
No,
It just depends.
I do like it a lot.
Because a lot of stuff down there is very regional to down there, and it's hard to find here.
True. Yeah, it's hard to find possum out here.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, hard to find good roadkill. Yeah, yeah. I was watching something the other night with my mom, and they showed something, squirrel, they were eating squirrel or something, and she said, oh, you know, in the South, they would have just pulled her right off the road. And she's from Kentucky, so she'd know.
Well, when we were living in Toronto, there was a show called, I can't remember what it was called, but it was on the Hunting Channel, and it was about a woman from, maybe she was from Minnesota, and she took her son out hunting one day, and they got a couple squirrels, and they took them home, and she made squirrel salad sandwiches.
Everything's better with mayonnaise. Apparently, you're a squirrel.
It's always good when you can teach your children things they can learn from and grow.
A little pickle on it, who would even know it's not chicken? Yeah,
the squirrel would
people
know.
fed squirrel. That's great. Along the lines of Kirsten's question, Randy, where do you like, when you're in LA, what are some places that you always want to hit?
I don't know LA. I don't have a specific thing. I mean, coming from New York when I'm in LA, like I want to do things that I can't do in New York. I want to hike. I want to go to the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, those will make good Mexican food, things like that. But I don't have specific places. I'm not here often enough to like, you know. Every time I hear, I have to remember how this is structured. I'm like, oh yeah, that tree, that one, that's right.
Would you come out here for a while if you had a show or something?
Would you work? Yeah.
Would you be okay to live out here half the year or whatever for work?
As long as I knew that I could go back.
You're tired.
No, I love it here, but it's not my home.
Yeah. I get it. New York is very special. Gale, you lived in New York?
Excuse me?
You lived in New York for a while?
A little bit, off and on.
Do you like the energy there?
I love it, yeah. I think about trying to live there again all the time. Yep.
It's interesting how the cities are so different, yet so many of us feel like both are our home. And so many people from who were raised out there now live out here and feel like both are their, one's their home away from home and one's their actual home, but they're so very different in their energy.
Yeah, they are.
But they both attract us, which is interesting. Questions? Nothing. Oh, okay.
As far as I can remember, I've only been to one hip pride parade. No, I have been to a few, but never intentionally after the first one. I went to an Atlanta gay pride parade like right after I came out, so I was probably 15 or no, I could drive. I was 16, and I remember this. It was not a good experience. This guy sort of followed me around the park who had a train of like homeless teenagers. He had this T-shirt that said "Boys will be toys" and it had like chains and whips. And I think he thought I was a runaway and was like trying to get me to But then I didn't go again. I didn't go again, I think, because that experience was kind of like, I think I was so scared that I looked like 12 years old at that point.
It's a scary story.
Typically I
Was his name Fagin?
Fagin?
Was his name Fagin?
It was dirtier than that. Very dirty.
Wow. Gale, was your first one because of Queer as Folk?
My first what?
Your first gay pride?
No, I don't think so. I can remember, I think my first unofficial gay pride parade was Halloween in San Francisco at the intersection of Church and Castro Street. No, Market. It wasn't an official gay pride parade, but there was a lot of pride and a lot of beautiful things happening. So that would be my first.
And then did you both do a lot of them when you were doing Queer as Folk as part of, as Michelle was talking about doing one with Taya and Robert and...
There was one big one in Toronto that they all went back for, but I didn't. I think I was 14. I never did any covers.
These girls all went last night to LA.
Oh yeah, how was it? Good.
Questions, girls? In the back, in the peach?
Throughout all the story arcs that your character went through throughout the seasons, if you could give your character one piece of advice, what would it be?
Never buy a fucking Corvette.
Not a piece of
I don't know, I mean, in looking at the entire scope of the show, I would say I feel like the character, I mean, he made mistakes along the way, but he kind of always had this internal rudder that I feel like he didn't really need that much advice. I mean, he figured this shit out, sort of, for the most part. I don't know what I would, I think he probably knows better than me.
Did you really like the storyline where Justin dated the boy that was the classical violinist?
I did.
Yeah.
Did you all like that storyline?
Fabrizio.
He was kind of an interesting match for Justin in a very different way than Brian was.
Yeah, it was.
Kind of different energy and sort of more collegiate, a little more Justin's age, and seemed on the outside like he would be a better match.
Yeah.
But he wasn't on the inside as sensitive as Brian was, and that was an interesting sort of emotional dichotomy between those three characters.
Right. I mean, I think that's what the sort of writers were wanted to intentionally do, was sort of set up the audience to think this was the perfect guy, but in actuality, you know, they wanted to fuck with him.
Well, that's television.
Yeah. It is.
In the back, in the white.
I thought that was a great, I mean, it wouldn't have been believable for you never to have any young love. You know, you met Brian right away and that took the character met him and that was, so it would have been, it made it much more believable, I think, that he would see someone that was close to his age. And the fact that they made him an artist, because that is so appealing. I mean, people fall in love with people because of their artistic genius, which you guys prove every day. You've got people following you around, taking your picture, and, you know, wanting a part of you. It just, I think it was very realistic.
Yeah, I think they would have had to get Justin at some point in another relationship.
Yeah, and it was believable because he was so unique in his own way that you could believe in attraction.
Yeah. There's actually, the main thing I remember about that storyline is that the character had a cat. So I remember, I think it's, I was talking to some people at the luncheon, or the tea, or no, the coffee.
It's like a tea. You can bring tea, Abby.
About working with dogs, and I was remembering, oh my god, I would have to work with a cat. And I was like way more excited about it. In fact, of course, like they're very, very allergic to cats. So we had to be like off the set, but they brought the cat. And I was like, I could do like 5 scenes with the cat.
That's awesome. You had a question next, right next turn.
Again, another question you probably answered a million times, but favorite scene, just a single scene at all?
I heard single scene at all.
Do you have a
Favorite scene?
Favorite scene?
Queer as Folk favorite scene for you?
change all the time.
The first one that comes to your mind when I ask.
Well, the one that is sort of, I think because what the scene was about and where we were at the time of making that scene with Brian and Debbie getting high. Because it kind of, and I think the way that it was directed, it was allowed to breathe very naturally, and by that time, Sharon and I knew each other well enough that we could really kind of use things that we knew about each other and put that underneath it. And there's something really interesting about the idea of getting high with your best friend's mother. That's kind of good. And at the time we were doing it, it didn't feel as dear as it is to me now. But looking back on it, and because I got to know Sharon more after that, and even more after we were all done, and we all kind of went away, and then we'd see each other now and then with everyone. It's like you're seeing an old friend again, and all the things that you thought you knew are you reminded of. But I think in that scene, I wasn't really aware of how meaningful that would be to me over time. I do really like the sort of face-to-face throwdown with Brian and his father.
Yeah.
I think because I didn't really ever get to do much of that kind of non-Peacock style bravado, and it was just like sort of almost borderline fist fight. So and a lot of stuff could just come out. Yeah.
When you got in the fight with your TV dad,
Yeah, he accidentally leaned forward and I actually split his chin open. And he had a big commercial the next day, so he freaked out. It wasn't my fault though. Well,
You hit him, right?
he leaned in. He choreographed it carefully. He made a wrong step. Yeah, I always say my favorite dance is this one. I think it's good. And I remember being, like, I love building from, like, getting my character, like, so fucking happy whenever I prom, and then he just gets that. I just think it's such a perfect build-up, and then it's so, like,
it's shocking.
There's something really good about that for me too. Now that I think about it, was realizing when I saw that on film, saw it all put together, because it really looked like I could fucking dance. And he's a really good dancer. So I just walked on his feet all the way around the room.
I also remember that they shot like Justin being super happy by himself in the parking garage, and then they shot that and they thought they were done. And at the last minute, I think the last shot I did of the entire season, they realized they wanted to pick up just of like me turning right before the back hits me, but they had already wrapped me, and it was like 2 in the morning, and I had like drinking like half a bottle of champagne in the trailer, and then they're like, oh no, we decided we want this one pickup. And so like that one thing just of me turning was like done after I thought the whole season was over. That's like the shot right before. I thought I was done. I was like, what? Okay. And they didn't have the garage anymore. They just did it in the empty soundstage in the area where they hadn't built the set yet. And I just remember walking with people being like this, and then just having to go like that. And I was done. I was back in New York. I was like checked out. But it was perfect because I was kind of in the exact place Justin was right.
A big part of the show is music. Were there any group or music that you like on a soundtrack by any chance?
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Sheila Hawken and Kevin Edge got I Need Somebody by the Stooges when Brian was getting one of his 5 million service moments. And that was very, very epic moment for me.
I think we got Cigaros on
Yeah.
before there was, I mean, the people didn't quite know them yet.
I remember watching a cut of you and art school, or trying to draw something, and just one long, steady shot of you listening to Queens of the Stone Age.
Really?
No dialogue, no nothing. Yeah, something that Bruce shot.
Did they keep it?
Not like that. It was so internal. It was amazing. It was just you and your ideas, and that.
It was one of the first shows that was really soundtrack like that. I mean, it was before its time in how well it was soundtrack.
Yeah, we did great.
I mean, now everything's soundtrack, and I love that. But I mean, it was a shock just sometimes to hear so much good music in every episode. That was nice. Thank you both so much for doing this.
Yeah.
You're welcome, of course.
Everybody,